All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Pia Canela Live. This is a service that we provide to our Pia Canela family in order to make sure that everybody has all the correct information about what's happening at Pia Canela. Trying to fix my hair here. And I hope you guys are having a great weekend, great Sunday, and you had a lot of fun with us the entire weekend. We got a lot to talk about today. Again, I want to remind you that we are live streaming to Instagram, to YouTube, to Facebook. And if you'd like to go ahead and simply ask a question, give a suggestion, give us some commentary. We'd love to make this a two-way conversation. You can certainly use the chat feature to basically do so. Otherwise, it's just an informative feature, but we really want to start using this to gather data on our students and find out what is on their mind. Remember, my philosophy is this is your school. I'm just kind of leading the way with all the programming. So I want to say once again, hi to everybody that had a fantastic weekend as we head into the first week of April. Lots to talk about at Pia Canela as the spring begins. So let's get started. One of the first things that I want to talk about is to thank everybody that came out for the Cocotazo, the club night event at SOBs. Those of you that participated in the event, I really want to thank you because we need as much support as possible when it comes to events. And especially in New York City, you know, a lot of people are talking about wanting or missing the live bands or missing the venues that we used to have. But if you're not really coming out and supporting, then you're not really, you know, joining the community at that point, you know. So it's one thing to say, hey, you know, we want to have live music, we want to have multiple venues, and it's another one to actually go to the event so that the promoters of the event can go ahead and continue having these events to grow the Latin dance community in New York City. So New York City is open. As far as I know, the mandate is no longer needed and no vaccination cards are needed to go into a club, which makes it a little bit easier, guys. So hopefully that encourages you and a lot more people to start, you know, supporting the events. We need your support. Not only myself, but all the promoters in New York City need support in order to return us back to the entertainment hub that we used to be. So again, for those of you that came out on Friday night and enjoyed a night of salsa, bachata, merengue with DJ Cocotazo and of course Conjunto Imagen, they did an amazing job, guys. And I really hope you enjoyed it. So if you missed it, don't worry. Pictures are going to be uploaded to all of our social media accounts this week. We have videos as well. And of course, you can still enjoy the three-part interview that we did with Ernie Acevedo, band leader of Conjunto Imagen. So if you have a chance, check those out. A lot of great information. If you are a salsero and not watching those videos, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, your title should be removed or something because you really need to know about what happened back in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s as Conjunto Imagen was coming together and where did the musicians come from, plus their whole creative process, their rhythms, how did they come up with songs, what they look for in a musician, what was the scene like 30, 20, 10 years ago, what's it like now. All that is being discussed in those three interviews. I think you guys will really enjoy. All right. Let's get to some of the classes that are starting this week. On Monday, guys, you have Eber that's starting a brand new cycle of Latin jazz. Now, these are open level classes, which means that any student can go and enjoy these classes, but he typically works on a 2-week choreography or 4-week choreography. So try to not miss on Monday's classes because he restarts his choreography at that point. So again, Latin jazz starting at 6:30 p.m. You have commercial dance at 7:30 p.m. and contemporary fusion at 8:30 p.m. with Ebert. All those classes are restarting. Our Monday salsa classes are not restarting April 4th. We still have a couple of weeks left. Yes, so they'll be restarting on April 18th. So if you're waiting for Monday classes, April 18th will be the next day. Cha-Cha classes, this is the last week that you can join. Bianca's doing an amazing job with that program. Level 1 and level 2. Level 1 at 6:30, level 2 at 7:30. This is the last week. This is the second week. You need to get into that program. I noticed that when I play Cha-Cha at some of the venues, what ends up happening is the dance floor just kind of clears out. So if you are in need of Cha-Cha classes, this is your opportunity, guys. You know, why not learn Cha-Cha as well as the other dances so you can be out there in the dance floor longer, especially for the leaders. Those of you that learn how to dance cha-cha, you're definitely going to be a popular leader. So you want to get out there and, of course, learn cha-cha as much as possible. Just keep in mind that cha-cha, we call it 1.5 level. And the reason why is because there is a prerequisite. In other words, to take the cha-cha classes, it's best that you have completed the level 1 salsa on 2 class. And the reason why is because the basis the foundation of cha-cha is in the Salsa on 2 level 1 class. And it'll make it a lot faster, a lot easier for you to learn. So check out again week 2 of cha-cha. You can still join it with Bianca on Mondays. Okay. Speaking of classes that you can still join, Tango is going to be starting their cycle on April 11th. They have a level 1 and a level 2. That's a brand new class. And the last thing I want to talk about on Mondays is the Bachata Challenge. Now, many of you are new to our school, so you don't know what a challenge is. So let me explain. In our school, we realize that joining the dance company or joining a performance class or recital and so forth is a little time consuming. It requires a lot of commitment. So instead, what we can do is do a challenge. Now, it used to be before the pandemic that a challenge was a 2-hour rehearsal on Wednesday, a 2-hour rehearsal on Thursday, a 2-hour rehearsal on Friday, and you performed either on Friday night or on Saturday night. It was a 1, 2, 3 punch. Let's get out there. Let's challenge our students and go ahead and perform. But since many of you are just coming back to the school since the pandemic happened, we are going ahead and spreading this out a little bit longer. So this is going to be a 6-week Bachata challenge choreographed by Bianca Soto, and it's on Mondays at 8:30 p.m. So if you have a chance, it starts tomorrow, starts on Monday. Join the Bachata challenge, and in 6 weeks, you're performing at the Pratica and a couple of local venues. Nothing to stress out about. I think that hey, there she is. Actually, I have a question for Bianca. Maybe she can go ahead and answer us really quickly. Do you have to perform if you are part of the Bachata challenge? Let her go ahead and answer that for us. I know some of the students were asking me about that, and I promised them that I would get them the answer. So Bianca is live right now. Let's see if we can get a quick answer. She's saying, hi, everyone. There she is. Soon we're going to see if we can bring Bianca on these broadcasts as well so that you guys can see her behind the scenes as I do. Oh, there you go. Performance is not mandatory. There we go. So if you are joining the Bachata Challenge on Monday at 8:30 p.m., performance is not mandatory. You can do it. Think of it as more repetition for the dance, or you're learning how to rehearse, or you're learning how to learn choreography. It's an excellent, excellent way of getting feedback from one of our senior instructors, Bianca Soto. Okay, so again, if you're joining the Bachata Challenge, my hope is that all of you challenge yourself, right, and go ahead and perform for your fellow students. But it is not mandatory, Bianca says. Okay, so let me see. She says, while performances are not mandatory, toward the end, you're going to want to perform. She says, coño. So there you go. That's definitely Bianca. All right. So again, I encourage all students participating in the Bachata Challenge to go ahead and perform because that's part of the challenge. It's part of the experience, but it is not mandatory. Okay. So maybe you don't perform this time, but then you join a second one, or maybe you try out for the Bachata team, and that way you get your feet wet. Okay. All right. Let's move on. So what else is going on? Okay. A quick hello from Dima. Yeah, Dima. Hello, favorite instructors. How are you, Dima? Where are you joining us from? Okay. Well, Dima answers that. We have another comment. Let's see who's here. Babes Get Fit. Hey, that's one of our favorite fans, fan students, right? Asks, do we need outfits? I'm assuming that she's talking about the Bachata Challenge. Yes, you will require outfits. Nothing spectacular, nothing hugely budgeted. Simply discussed. Usually what Bianca does is she gathers all the participants that are inside the program, and together they come up with what exactly they're going to be wearing for the performance. Okay. There's a big shout out to the Babes Get Fit trio. I know Zelda's part of that trio. I know Mona Lisa's part of that trio. And of course, we have Ireland. That's right. Dima from New Rochelle. Okay. If you are out there and joining us, please say hi and tell us where you're from. Dima. All right. Have you been taking classes, Dima? I don't know if I've seen Dima. Have you seen Dima? Okay. By the way, notice that if you're looking at us, you notice that there's curtains behind you, behind us, behind me. And what we're doing is we're working on a new studio here so that soon we'll have product reviews. We'll have more interviews with some of the instructors. We're really trying to expand on our streaming content, guys. Okay. Yeah, Dima, we miss you too. Absolutely. All right. So let's continue. We talked about Monday. Let's talk about Tuesday real quick. On Tuesday, April 5th, what do we have? Ed, who was out last week, is back this week. All right. So we have Salsa on 1, continuing with week number 5. Both on level 1 and level 2. Vinny is closing out his zoo classes this week. So The last week of Zouk is happening for both level 1, 2, and 3, and he's going to restart his classes on April 12th, guys. All right. So if you're interested in learning Zouk, one more week, and you can go ahead and, of course, join those classes. This is the last week to join my Partner Work 2.5 and 3.5 classes. As you know, our Partner Work classes are cumulative, which means that we believe that the best way of learning and keep it inside your brain is to go ahead and spread it over the course of 4 weeks. So we continuously work on a good 24, 30 bars of partner work that you are memorizing week after week after week after week in order to go ahead and use it so that when you go out dancing, you can use these moves. All right. So if as opposed to just doing something new every single class, which will probably just go in one ear and go out the other, here's an opportunity to work on a series over the course of 4 weeks. So this is the last week that you can join that. Merengue on Tuesdays at 6:30. Kenji's in her second week, a very popular class. Come and check out Merengue classes. We're thinking of offering level 2 soon. So join level 1 now before it's too late. Okay. Then we have, of course, we're about to move out to Wednesday, but I think we have some questions. So let me go ahead and see. Okay. We miss you too, Dima. And we seem to have some construction going on right now. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but hopefully not. What is she doing? Can you please? Thank you. Reina? Hello, Reina. Good to see you. Reina, I think, is joining us from Pennsylvania. Can my comment pop up? It'll pop up if I see it. Let me see. Post it, and if it's a good comment, I'll make sure that it pops up, Reina. Okay. All right. Shall we move on to? Let me see what else is going on Wednesdays. We're up to Wednesdays. Okay, so Wednesdays, belly dances in week number 3. So that's it. Oh, yes, bachata, April 6th. Those of you that have been waiting for the bachata classes to restart on Wednesdays, this is your opportunity. Level 1 at 6:30, very popular program. Level 2 at 7:30, and level 3 at 8:30 p.m. That's with yours truly. That's happening this Wednesday, April 6th. Yes. Also, second week of pachanga classes by Bianca as well. This is your opportunity to join in with her. All right. After this week, you cannot join pachanga anymore. Yes. And one class I really would like to kind of highlight here that is really beneficial to all the dancers, whether it be a bachata, merengue, salsa, zouk, tango, hustle, swing, whatever style that you're learning, is the stretch classes. Okay. A lot of you are missing range of motion. And it's not because you don't want to or you can't move that way. It's just simply you don't have the flexibility. So why not join the stretch classes to improve upon that? Okay. Let me see. Reina is giving us hearts. So let me see. There you go, Reina. There you go. So we're showing Reina's comments. Yay, Joe. Yay, Reina. All right. In the meantime, I think we finished up with Wednesday. We'll talk about events in a second. So that's Wednesday. We're trying to actually start a hip hop class on Wednesday as well at 8:30 p.m. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully we have more information about that late on Monday. So bring your, sneakers on Wednesday. That would be really cool if we can get that started. Moving on to Thursday, we have Zumba classes. A lot of you have been requesting Zumba classes, I guess, because spring and summer are now closer than ever. So you want to get back in shape, burn a couple of pounds, especially those pandemic inches that you put on. Zumba class with Elena. She's doing amazing in those classes from 6:30 to 7:30. Okay. Swing restarts this week, guys. Swing and hustle. So if you've been waiting for swing and hustle styles of dance, Ron is doing an amazing job because he's teaching both level 1 and 2 of swing at the same time at 7:30, and then level 1 and 2 of hustle at 8:30 p.m. So make it a night of swing and hustle on Thursday nights. Yeah. Bianca restarts her reggaeton class at 6:30 on Thursday. And I believe there's one more. Yes, Cuban salsa, Rueda de Casino. They're starting their new cycle this Thursday. Level 1 at 6:30, and then again, level 2 at 7:30. Now, a lot of people don't know that in New York City, there are many different styles of salsa, and we pride ourselves in knowing that fact and acknowledging that. We can't just show one style because we don't know where you're going to end up dancing. You could end up dancing, in a different state. You can end up dancing in the Bronx, where there's a lot of on-one dancers, on-two dancers. You can go to Queens and maybe Brooklyn. There's a lot of South Americans there, so you have a lot of side-to-side dancing, right? So we really don't know. You can go to Jersey, where there's a lot of Cubans. We don't know what style or where exactly you're going to be dancing to. So we pride ourselves in saying that we're the only school that has multiple different styles of dance. So with that said, Cuban salsa, Rueda de Casino, is yet another style that we offer. And that is, again, restarting its cycle at 7:30 with Xiomaris. who's doing an amazing job at 7:30. And level 2, we hope to be bringing on level 3, but it all depends on your support, guys. All right. Let's see. Bianca is telling me something. Oh, Bianca says, don't forget my Afro, no, my new Afro Cuban movements class. You're right. I think a lot of people didn't know about that. Yeah, maybe because they didn't watch this. I'm not sure, but hopefully they're watching now. And we want to make sure that again on Thursday, that there is now a new Afro Cuban body movement class, all right, at 7:30. Think I have that right. Yeah, at 7:30, guys. All right. So if have always wondered a little bit about African dance or Cuban African motion, that is a class for you. And remember, those movements we put in all of our different salsa styles. So definitely a class you want to take that'll give you a lot of value for a lot of bang in your buck because it translates over to many different styles that we currently do. All right, moving on to Friday, and this is the last day of the week. Friday is all new, guys. Friday is all new. Last Friday, we took off because we directed all our students to come down to Club Night at SOBs. But this Friday, we have Salsa on 1, starting with myself at 6:30. We have Salsa Bachata level 1 right after that class. I love Fridays because it gives you an opportunity to go ahead and not only take one style, but right after it, a second style at the same level. We have level 2, and we have level 2.5 partner work classes in salsa and bachata. Lou leading the way with those. So this week, guys, remember you have Wednesday classes, all bachata 1, 2, and 3, starting on Wednesdays, and then we have level 1, 2, and 2.5 starting on Friday. So a lot of good classes to start with, guys. Spread the word and help me bring in some new students over here. Okay, let's see. Any more comments? Okay, Bianca says that for her Afro-Cuban class, every 4-week cycle, we will focus on one orisha, which, as you guys know, is an Afro-Cuban deity, Afro-Cuban movements, and some educative materials. So definitely a class. I told her to do it as a workshop because it has such good content in it. So yeah, if you have the opportunity to go ahead and take it, take it. It will not be wasted, guys. All right, that's all happening on Thursdays at 7:30. Okay, let's see. Again, if you're joining us now, you are watching our Sunday live session. We go live at 8 p.m. in order to educate our students or inform our students about everything that's happening Piel Canela wise. All right. Workshops for this week, we have none. No workshops going on this week. I believe that next week we're going to try to doing some African dance workshops, some hip hop workshops. We'll keep you posted with that. We do have people requesting the spinning workshop come back again, so we're working on that. There's also okay, Reina. Good to know. All right, we'll come back to that. All right, auditions for the season are done, but if you still are interested, feel free to email us, info@pieca or joe@piecaneladancers.com. Yes. And let's move on to events. So events this week, we only have one, and that's happening on Friday, April 8th. Now, April 8th on Fridays, we typically have our practicas. Yes, but this practica is going to be a special one because what we're doing is going to be playing music dedicated more to the salsa on 1 and to the Cuban salsa dance styles. Okay. Of course, all our salsa on 2 students can still join, but I'm just letting you know a little more romantic salsa, a little more timba is going to be played this specific Friday because we want to give those students an opportunity to go ahead and practice as well. Okay. So that's happening on Friday from 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. And it's going to be led by Xiomaris from the Cuban Salsa program and Ed from the Salsa on 1 program. So support those instructors, support those dance styles. And I hope to see all the Salsa on 1 and Cuban Salsa students come out and have a great time with us. Okay. That's all happening. Ooh, my hair is out of control here. Get this over here. Oh my goodness. There we go. That's better. Okay. So let me, there are some questions. Let me address those. Let's see. Bianca says, will the returning student special be extended? Will the returning student special? So Bianca, correct me if I'm wrong. The returning student special are for students that have not been with us since the pandemic closed us down, and they were students in the past. Okay. And what that allows the students to do is to come back at a discount. And I believe that it's a price of $200, $198. Okay. And you get how many months? 2 months? You get 2 months of unlimited classes. Okay, so if you have been a um, student in the past, meaning that you took classes at some point with us, yes, that means you're in our database, in our registry. Then you can go ahead and get the retuning special offer. Again, if you have taken classes with us and you have not joined us since the pandemic, this is your opportunity to onboard yourself and get 2 months, not one, but 2 months at $198. Okay, that would be April and the month of May. Get started. Okay. Also, keep in mind that those are calendar months. So, tomorrow. All right. So that you can take full advantage of that. All right. Next question. Let me see. Spooky J on Instagram says, any future plans with Cumbia? Spooky J, yes. As a matter of fact, let me see. I think that I'm going to do a Cumbia class this month. Okay. So give me I'll tell you what, you're gonna have to read our emails. Okay, you're gonna have to read our emails and our posts because I've been promising that for a month now. Okay, and we're having a little difficulty because we're trying to make sure that we have enough space for the existing programmers. Right now it's not that easy for us guys. It's certainly not easy. We're still trying to rebuild from the pandemic, and we have very limited space. So what ends up happening is that we're trying to give work to the instructors as much as possible. Okay. But if we have limited space because of our budget, then we can't really do that. You see? So one of the reasons why I teach so much is because I'm not getting paid. I haven't gotten paid in almost a year because of trying to make sure that all the other instructors get paid, because I'm making sure that all our um, uh, expenses that we had in the past also get paid. So again, give us a little bit of time. Let's see what we can do. But check our emails, check our continue to check our social media streams so you can find out when Cumbia is coming. Okay. We did do it. I think it was back in November, December. I think we did a workshop, a 4-week workshop on that, and it was a lot, very, very popular stuff. So again, hang in there, guys. I'm going to promise you guys that I'll definitely have more information about that for next Sunday. I'm going to write that down and make sure that we have that. Okay. Yes, Cumbia. Absolutely. Okay, let's see. Again, guys, if you're just joining us now, you are watching our Sunday live at 8 p.m. We go live so that our students know what's happening in the world of Piet Canela. We're talking about classes, workshops, auditions, events, and pretty much anything that you guys have on your mind. So if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, you want to go ahead and make sure that you go ahead and provide us, because this is the way we're kind of reaching out so that our students have a forum to discuss. And if you're not a student of ours, it's okay. Simply say hi. Where are you from? Where are you joining us from? Okay, so let's move on, guys. We talked about the events on Friday. We talked about some special offers. By the way, if you've never been to Pia Canela before and you're an absolute new student, we have a great offer for you guys as well. Our 30 for 30, we've done it for years, and we're really thrilled to be offering this again. For $30, basically for the price of one class, you get 30 days of unlimited classes to explore all level 1 and level 2 classes, guys. All right, which is the majority of our classes. So if you've always been kind of teeter-tottering, it's almost summer and you're like, oh man, I thought about taking salsa classes or bachata classes and I haven't done it, and I'm going to miss out on all the fun again this summer. All right, what you want to do is make sure that you go ahead and take us up on that offer. $30 for 30 days. You cannot go wrong. It's the best value in New York City. For $30, you get 30 days to explore everything: salsa, merengue, bachata, swing, hustle, Cuban salsa, salsa on 1, salsa on 2, okay, Afro Cuban body movement, body conditioning, stretch, Zumba classes, okay? Some of you are paying Zumba classes. You're paying like $50 for a Zumba class. Why not pay 30 and get 30 days of unlimited classes? So again, spread the word, guys. We are continuing to offer that as we rebuild our school. Hopefully we get more support from new students. And for those of you that did take it, remember, dance doesn't stop after 30 days. Some of you have kind of forgotten about us. And then you're going to come back and pay more. So you want to make sure that before those 30 days are done, you go ahead and continue with an extension offer. Okay. All right. Let's continue. What else is going on? Okay. Don't have a lot of time left. Poconos. Let's talk about the Poconos really quickly. If you are interested in joining us, April 13th, no, sorry, May 13th to the 15th, join us in the Poconos where we're going to be spending an entire weekend with Pizzazz Dance Company, who are hosting a competition, a showcase, workshops, a whole weekend of just having fun. And that's happening again in the Poconos. The full package is $175 if it hasn't gone up. Again, that includes everything. However, if you are just interested in going to watch the showcases in the evening shows, then it's $115. So it's definitely something that you want to join us in. It's the first trip that we're doing. First time that the dance company since the pandemic is leaving New York City. So, and we'll be debuting a lot of our new routines, okay, in the Pocono. So if you have a chance, join us there. All right, we have a question. Let's see. Ireland, how you doing? Ireland says, will there be outdoor classes this summer? Central Park. Yes, we are working on doing outdoor classes. However, I think that we're more inclined to doing them in New Jersey for now. Okay, so we did one at the end of last year, and we had a ton of fun. Okay, so we're doing them on at Lincoln Park in Jersey City. So if you are a New Jersey student, or if you'd like to join us out in Lincoln Park, New Jersey, we will be doing that. Hopefully sometime this month, starting towards the end of this month at that point. So those will be happening on Saturdays between 4 and 8 p.m. Okay. Oh, and I almost forgot. Okay. Yes, we are doing an outdoor event in New York City, and it's going to be happening at Pier 1 or Pier I, Pier 1. Pier I. That pier is between 68th Street and 72nd Street underneath the West Side Highway. Okay. It is sponsored by the New York City State Park and us, of course. And it's only going to be happening on Sundays, I believe, from 6 p.m. until 9:30 p.m. I'm going to say, if things haven't changed, 6 to 9:30 p.m. It'll be myself teaching classes, giving some stuff away over there, DJing a little bit, of course, animating. And we have DJ Ray Colon coming down and doing his thing as well. All right. So if you've never been to Pier I, it is gorgeous. You haven't seen a sunset more prettier in New York City from Pier I than anywhere else. So I think you guys will really enjoy that. That's happening again starting in June, and every Sunday in June from 6 p.m. until about 9:30 p.m. We'll have salsa classes, free bachata classes. DJ Ray Colon playing salsa, merengue, bachata. It's a little bit of house out there just to animate everybody. So we are bringing back the Pier I event that we've had almost for 10 years. I think, actually 10 years. I'll have to take a look at that. I think it might be more than 10 years at this point. All right. So Ireland, there's the answer to your question. We'll give you more information as those dates come closer. All right. We already have a Facebook invite. And again, we're streaming. For those of you just joining us, we're streaming to all three platforms. We're streaming to YouTube, we're streaming to Facebook, we're streaming to Instagram in an effort to reach out to our students and hopefully have our students speak to us as well. Yes. But there's a Facebook invite already for the Pier I. So we want everybody that used to come out in June for so many years to come out and have some fun. Plus, it's outdoors. So doesn't get any more ventilation than that. All right, guys. Any Sunday cruises coming back? Oh, man. Dima, now you're talking. Dima's been paying attention. What Dima, let me put that up because that's important, all right? What Dima is talking about is the Moonlight Midnight Latin Cruises that we did in partnership with Spirit Entertainment. Now, Dima, the truth is that Spirit Entertainment and us, we took a hit, man. We took a very big hit with this whole pandemic. I mean, we were shut down for over 2 years. So we're trying our best to rebuild. I reached out to them, and I think I have a meeting with them later this week, if not next week, to discuss what we're possibly going to do. Those were amazing, amazing cruises. So for those of you that were new for that, those were the Pia Canela Moonlight Latin Cruises. They left at midnight from the Chelsea Piers. All right. And it was aboard a beautiful ship, had like 3-4 floors. All right. And I DJ'd, I had classes there. We had performances. Sometimes we even had live bands. All right. But New York City from midnight to 3 o'clock in the morning is just gorgeous. And we had such an amazing time. You haven't danced until you're 45 degrees heading in one direction and then all of a sudden going in the opposite direction because the waves are hitting the boat at that moment in time. All right. Great drinks, great food, great appetite. I mean, just a great event altogether. All right. So hang in there, Dima. Hopefully, I have more information about that next week. We would love to bring those back. We had a great time. And those left from New York City, and we had some leaving from New Jersey as well, right? I think one of the most popular ones was the ones we had with the Bachata band on them. So if you remember those, yeah, I missed the fun too. I definitely miss those fun. So reach out to me. Hopefully, I see you next Sunday. All right. Join us next Sunday, and I'll have more information about the cruises as well. All right. All right, guys, I only have a few minutes left. Make sure that you ask any last-minute questions, suggestions, comments that you may have. All right, we're trying our best, again, to keep everybody informed as much as possible. All right, if you notice the signs behind me is gone, we're trying to improve on the way our streaming looks. We're hoping to be having more educational videos as well. We just had an interview with one of the longest running bands in New York City, Conjunto Imagen, Ernie Acevedo. Check those out, guys. If you are a salsero, and haven't seen those videos, you are missing out on a lot of great information, guys. All right. So we're hoping to have product reviews, more interviews. We're hoping to talk about more about New York City events, all right, that are happening. On Wednesday, by the way, I almost forgot. This Wednesday is Bachata night over at the Hudson Grill, and that's being held by Mikey G. So those of you that have an April unlimited card, get in for free. All right. Not the black and white card, not the yellow card, not the one with the bunnies. Those are the March cards. Those are done. All right. The April card. All right. And that brings me to my last topic, which is tomorrow is April. So March cards are done. All right. And I know that everybody's been waiting to the last moment. All right. Please do not do that. Tomorrow is going to be hectic. Remember, we have very, very limited staff. And what ends up happening is 100 people walk in wanting to buy the cards at 6:31. Yes. And Bianca's head just explodes. So if you have an opportunity, do me a favor. If you're watching this, definitely buy your card tonight. Buy it before 5 p.m. tomorrow at the latest. So we have a very smooth onboarding into April. Okay. There's a lot of you that have also expressed an interest in having the semi-annual card or the yearly card. We are currently seeing what we can possibly do in order to offer that. I know that brought a lot of savings to people, but we're also very cautious right now with the situation as we hopefully leave the pandemic behind us. We don't want to once again get into the situation where we have to offer big refunds when we just don't have the money to do that. Okay. Hillary on Instagram. Hello, Hillary. Where are you joining us, Hillary? When did he say Salsa on 2 beginners is starting? Okay. So for those of you that are listening to this now, remember these broadcasts are posted immediately to YouTube, to Facebook, and I think definitely by tomorrow morning to Instagram, because Instagram takes a little bit longer. Yes. But we have two choices when it comes to Salsa on 2. So you can join this Friday at 6:30 is a new cycle. Okay. Salsa on 2, level 1, 6:30 p.m. You can stay for the Bachata level 1 class as well, which is the advantage of the Friday classes. If you want the Monday class, that's going to be starting on April 18th at 6:30 p.m. as well. All right. So you have 2 level 1 classes to join this Friday or April 18th. Okay. All right, let me see. Please make a video on best dance shoes for women, especially if you are older or Absolutely, Hillary. That's exactly my thought. Okay, I like where you're heading with that because that's exactly what we're planning on doing with this whole streaming service. We don't only want it to be about what's happening at Pia Canela, but we want to bring educational stuff and even product reviews. So, what's the difference between a suede sole and a leather sole? Why should I why should I wear flats as opposed to heels? Are bigger heels or smaller heels better? I will tell you this, however, if you like a shoe that is currently on our online store, we do have the capability of customizing that heel for you. So you can get a 6-inch heel if you are able to wear that while you're dancing. You can also get a 6-millimeter heel. Okay. So it depends on what you are looking for. I would say reach out to us at info@piacaneladancers.com so we can provide you with more information on that. Okay. So if you're looking for a low heel, but you still want the same look on top of your foot, we can certainly make that happen. Okay. All in an effort to make you ladies sexy all the time. Okay. Let's see. Hillary Magic on Instagram says it looks good. I like the backdrop. Everything looks crisp. I'm happy to hear that because we are working really hard, Hillary, working very, very hard to make sure that it looks as best as possible so that you students can continue watching me. All right. But we're really trying our best to also make our studio where we're filming this bigger so that we can do interviews and so forth, and even interviews with instructors I'm hoping to come on soon so you can learn a little bit more about them. All right, let's see what's cooking. Du- 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 du. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Please stop. Oh, that's a username. That's a good one. You got me. Any suggestions on how to maintain balance while dancing salsa? Ooh, my guess is she's talking about, or he is talking about spinning. Okay, if you can clarify that a little bit more for us, it'll be great. If you're not talking about spinning and you're just talking about just regular dancing, I would check the length of your stride and how far apart your feet are. Okay, so sometimes if there's a inconsistent distance between your feet, that causes you to lose your balance. Meaning that sometimes you take big steps, sometimes you take small steps. All right. If you are maybe turning, all right, you want to keep things small in what we call the lined or stacked on your axis. Spotting is important as well. Maybe we can even talk about spotting. Maybe we can even start teaching classes here at this time. I don't know. Bianca's telling me to slow down. Okay. Sundays is family day. Sundays is family day. uh, okay, let's see. If you are spinning, okay, and you're thinking about losing your balance, there's a lot there. There's really a lot. I would recommend taking our spinning workshop so that we can kind of really dive into what's going on. And the other thing that you can do is take a private class as well. We do offer privates. We don't talk about privates as much as we should, Bianca. I don't know why we don't do that. All right, but let's take a few minutes here to talk about that. You can always join with group classes at Pia Canela Dance School. All right. You can always also do private classes. My suggestion is every student should take at least one private every 3 months. And the reason why is because it's focused specifically on you and not on the group, so that we can really say, okay, this is what you need to improve on. Why every 3 months? Well, one, budget is a little tough. But number two, so that you have time to work on the material that's there. Okay. I mean, spinning and shines. Yeah. When it comes to shines, I would probably look into just repetition. And I would also look into the length of your footwork and every one of the shines. There's a million shines, so that's a little tough to answer. And when it comes to spinning, definitely take a look at the workshop. Okay. Reina's shouting out Puerto Rico. I'm surprised Magnifique hasn't already. All right. Magnifique is traveling. We miss you, Magnifique. All right. She's one of our fans. I don't think she's ever missed one. I'm sure she'll be back. All right. So when it comes to Puerto Rico, we're still working on that. And we are now getting closer because I think that I'm going to have to go down there to get more information, guys. So don't be surprised if all of a sudden this broadcast comes to you from Puerto Rico, because of the fact that I need to go down and speak to people to kind of solidify our trip, our contracts, and where exactly we're going to go, how we're going to get there. I'm doing the homework for you guys. All right. So hang in there. All right. All right, guys. So if that's it, we went a little bit long today, but I'm happy to hear that a lot of our students are now listening to this. Please join us next Sunday at 8 p.m. Or you can always leave commentary on any one of our platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. You can also go ahead and text us for more questions, 212-924-6160, or you can send us an email at joe@piacaneladancers.com. All right. We got a lot of information to still talk about this entire week. Check the emails, check our stories, check our posts on Instagram. And of course, please open up the conversation. Yes, I want to get more people involved because the more data we have, the better we can make the school for you. Okay. So have a great evening, guys. And I will see you at the school, hopefully in dance class this week.